because if you come to this configuration again, okay, let me first go out from here and let's go to the sales document type. And as I told you, what is my sales document type for inquiry? Standard one is IN. Okay, if I double click on IN, you can see the number range assigned is 03. And what are the numbers in 03? You can go here and you can check it out. 03 is starting from, you can see 1000, and this is the last number that is generated. So the next inquiry, whenever I'll be creating using inquiry type IN, it will generate the next number as 1 and ending with 7. Okay, is it clear? Any questions till now? There are two numbers.
Sir, actually,
yes.
sir, sir, actually, I just have a question about number range, because last time we also create a number range, and sometimes we have to face the difficulty to find a number range. So in real time project, we also have to face the same thing, or something easily we can find for the project wise.
No, sorry, I'm not getting you. What difficulty you are facing?
Sir, because sometimes it's overlapping. Sometimes we cannot find the
Yes.
number range what we want.
Yes, sure. That overlapping problem will come in real time also. So you have to verify. See, what is happening is currently you are working on the test system, and there are, just to be frank, around 100 to 200 guys who are working on the same system. Okay, so they are not checking what is already available. They just want to try their own, and that is the reason they are keeping on creating the number ranges. Okay, but when you are working on the practical system, when you are working on the customer system, there is only 1 or 2 persons who are responsible for this number ranges, right? So definitely the amount of number ranges would be minimum, and you have the control. You can decide, maybe if there are some number ranges which are just created but not being used, you can actually delete them and make sure that it is very crystal clear rather than 100 number ranges. But yes, if you are maintaining this many number ranges in your production system also, then there also you will face the problem related to overlapping.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
So you can see there are two number ranges. For example, if you see here, the document type which I was trying to show you, inquiry. So if I again go to my document type for inquiry, which is sales document type IN, you can see number range for internal numbers and number range for external assignment, which means this is the number range which will generate the number automatically. Okay, but if you want to provide the numbers manually while creation of the inquiry, if you want to provide the number manually, then you can use this number range 04. Let me show you number range 04. So if you go to this number range 04, you can see it is set to external, which means I can provide the numbers externally as long as the number is in this number range. So I just copied this. What I'll do is I'll create a new inquiry. Okay, let's go to the create new inquiry. I will enter the inquiry type. Let's say inquiry type is IN. My sales organization is RECH. My distribution channel is 02 and division is R1. Just press enter. You can see system is giving you the option to enter the inquiry manually, or it will generate the number automatically. So if you want to generate the number automatically, no need to provide anything here. But if you want to give the manual number, you can give the number within the number range 04. System will take that number and it will not generate the automatic number in that case. So both the options are available. This inquiry can get the automatic number if the internal number range is assigned. If the external number range is also assigned, then you can provide this external number manually. If you provide it, system will take this number. If you don't provide, if you keep it blank, system will take the number from the internal number range. Right? And that is the reason you can see there are two number ranges which are assigned to your document type. Okay, so 01 and 02. 01 is for internal number range and 02 you can see for external number range.
But both can be active, is it? internal as well as external?
Both can be active, yes. Both are available. So if you don't want to allow, for example, if you don't want to allow the external numbers, just remove them. System will only allow internal numbers in that case.
When both are there, then their number ranges should be different.
Both are there, number ranges should be different because this tick is very important here. So whenever you are creating the number ranges, this tick is there, whether it is external number range or internal number range.
I understood.
You cannot have the same number range which is internal also and external also. Right?
Yes. If different ranges is always, I mean, if I have both active, number range of external should be different, number range of internal should be different, so that you can tomorrow when you see, you will know whether next what number I have given. Otherwise, both have the same ranges. Whether it is my internal number or external number, I will not know, right?
It will create inconsistency. If you provide the numbers which are same, it will create the inconsistency.
Okay. It's all like in our own hands, right? Okay. I understand.
Okay. These are for the number ranges for the header. Now you can see there are number ranges for the item. Okay. What exactly do you mean by this? So for example, again, if I try to continue with this inquiry, or maybe I will open the inquiry which I already created. So display inquiry, I don't want to save this. So this is my inquiry which I created. You can see the item number 10. If I create, let's say again, if I create another line item here, so if I click on the change mode so that I can add additional line here, let's say trading goods 1 and trading goods 2. These are the two materials that I want to provide to this customer, 5 quantity. If I press enter, you can see system is automatically taking the number as 20. So 10, 20. So what is the range here? It is, if you go here and see, increment is by 10, number 10. So every line item, it will go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There will be the increment of 10 digits. Understood? What is this? So irrespective of whether you use internal number range or external number range, the increment will take place by 10. If you change it here, if you say, no, I want the increment of 1, so my line number should be 01, 02, 03, that I can make it here. Okay, but normally 99% or maybe I can say 100% wherever I have seen SD has been implemented, we normally don't touch this. Okay, you will be able to see 10, 20, 30 only. Okay, then coming to the general control, this was related to the number ranges for the document header and the items. Coming to the general control, you can see reference is mandatory. So there is a field called as reference, whether it is a mandatory field or it is not a mandatory field. So you can see for inquiry, sorry, for ZOR1, we are saying no reference is required. Blank means no reference is required. Okay, which means it is not necessary that whenever I'm going to create this sales order, it is not mandatory that it should be copied from the inquiry or the quotation. I can directly create the sales order without any reference. Right? By default, when I say no reference required, this means it will allow me to create a sales order without any reference to inquiry, without any reference to quotation, without any reference to any other sales order. What exactly is this reference? So whenever you are creating the sales order, let me take the example of sales order. I'll go to transaction VA01. See, I can directly create the sales order or I can create with reference. When I say create with reference, system will give me the options, whether you want to copy the data from inquiry or you want to copy the data from quotation or from order or from contract or from scheduling agreement or from billing. So these all options are appearing here. So you can tell the system whether reference is mandatory or reference is not required. So normally we say reference is not required, which means we can directly create the document without reference to any other document. But if I show you this one for delivery document and billing document types, for example. Okay, so let me show you one more thing. If I just go back, and I want to show you the document type which is related to billing, okay, which is F2. It is not showing here because that information will come under the billing. Let me show you that one. So that information you will be able to see under the billing related information, billing documents, and define billing types. Okay, so if I go here for F2, which is invoice, if I double click on this, here you
Your
should
screen
be
is
able to
freezed.
see, you're not able to see the screen.
Yeah, I can't see. It is in the reference section only. It is hung there.
Okay, just give me a minute. Let me reshare. Okay, are you able to see my screen now?
It's in the same old screen.
It is not
Same
moving.
folder types. Yeah, no, it's not moving. It is freezed.
But I can see. I can see.
Yeah, I think it is moving. Even I can see properly.
But it's in.
Moving or
Okay,
not?
so no, it is not.
Can you just try reconnecting, Nagesh?
Yeah, let me do that.
Okay. So I was talking about this reference is mandatory or not. So by default, for this sales order, the reference is not mandatory. So maybe when we come to the delivery and billing, at that time I will tell you why this field is important. It should be mandatory for some of the document types. But for sales order, definitely it is not mandatory, which means I can create the sales order without any reference to the inquiry, quotation, anything. Okay, then you have this check division. Okay, what exactly is this check division? If you do F4, so you can see, let me show you this with F1. See, it controls how the system will react when the division that you have entered is different than the document header. So for example, in any sales order document, whenever you see any sales order, let's say this is my sales order. See, this is what I mean to say by header. This information, whatever you are able to see here, this is called as a sales header information, which can be entered only once. Okay, and then this information is called as line level information. Okay, this information, what you are able to see, this is where you will be entering multiple lines. So if the division in my header is not same as the division in my lines, whether tell system should create an error message, or system should just give you the warning message, or system should not give you any message. That is exactly what you are configuring here. So normally when we are saying error, which means there is no separate division allowed in my header document and in my line document, whatever division I am using here. So for example, in my header document, if I say
Sir, I'm unable to hear your voice. Hello.
hello, hello.